Today we will look at Exodus from the King James Version of the Bible, New King James Version of the Bible. Exodus chapter 15, verses 22 and 26, and then 16, 2 through 9, but we won't read all of those. 15 says, then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled in the desert without finding water. 26, he said, you listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes. If you pay attention to his command and keep all his decrees, I will not bring on you any disease brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you. 16:2 says, in the desert the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The Israelites said to them, if only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt. There we sat around our pots of meat and ate all of the food we wanted, but you have brought us out into the desert to starve this entire assembly to death. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions. On the 6th day they are to prepare what they bring in. That is to be twice as much as they gathered on the other days. 6. So Moses and Aaron said to all of the Israelites, in the evening you will know that it is the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we that you should grumble against us? Moses said, you know that it was the Lord when he gave you meat in the evening and all the bread you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we? You are not grumbling against us, but you are grumbling against the Lord. Then Moses told Aaron, say to the Israelite community, Come before the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling before the Lord, for he has come before him because he has heard your grumbling. You may be seated. We want to try to encourage you today with irregardless as to what you may be faced with. And believe me, we have lived in some trying time these last, for 14 months, and we're still not out of the woods. We are still going through. Amen. But I want to encourage you today with this sermon topic about He will supply. Help me say it. He will supply. Irregardless as to what your needs might be. If, watch what we're going to take now. If God see fit, He will supply all of your needs. Now, you have heard me say this on numerous occasions from the pulpit. You might be in need of a car.
Amen.
And you want a Cadillac.
Amen.
And He give you a Volkswagen. What did you ask? What were you in need of? Come on now, talk to me. You was in need of a car. Amen. And you asked Him for a Cadillac. He gave you a Volkswagen. Both of them run off of gas, don't they? And both of them more than likely, the Volkswagen will get you to your place, your destination, about the same time, maybe a little bit slower than the Cadillac, but you won't burn as much gas. Are you all want help? So God will supply all of your needs. Now I have found this out. I don't know about you, but I have found this out in my life. Not only will He supply all of your needs, He will also give you. Oh, y'all, somebody will experience this. Yeah, somebody that's been down that road. He will also bless you with some of your wants. Are you going to help me? Amen. And the only thing that we have to do is what? Be thankful for whatever it is that He do for you. You hear me say, and I'm going to keep saying it until I'm proven wrong, but I don't eat liver. You hear what I say now? I didn't say I wouldn't. Did I? I say I don't. Because see, as long as He blessed me to be able to get money to buy what I want, I'm not going to buy no. But there might come a time, Deacon Williams, when I have to do what? Sit down and suck if I want some meat off of that liver. But as of right now, I don't see a need to eat liver. God was talking to, now look at here what's happening. He is talking directly to His servant Moses. Y'all do know Moses? Yeah, Moses was the one that He handpicked to go back down into Egypt and tell Pharaoh to do what? Let my people go. And He didn't talk to nobody during this whole ordeal. He didn't talk to nobody but who? Moses. That's the reason why you hear me saying I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I don't have any in here. And that's the reason why I sit with the deacon and I talk to them and I guess you could say screen them to try to put them on the same page that I am. I don't have none of them coming up to me and telling me, Pastor, now I need you to hear what I'm getting ready to say. Pastor, the Lord told me to tell you. Did y'all catch what I just said? Pastor, the Lord told me to tell you. First of all, you're lying on the Lord. That's number one. He don't work that way. I'm handpicked. I'm His servant. I'm the head of this church. And He's not going to go to Deacon Williams or Deacon Harris and tell them, you go tell Joe Harris. And I said, no, He don't work like that. He coming directly Now, let me help you with something else. Now, he might tell me, go tell Harry, go tell William, go tell Miller, go tell Bill to get their house in order. What did he do? He dealt with his hand-picked servant and told me to go to one of his children. And then, now, you think I'm lying, read the Bible. The Bible says that there's one of God's children that is out of order. You go to them and tell them you are out of order with the law. Then the Bible also says if they refuse to hear you, then you go and get 2 or 3 and go back. Look at what's happening now. These are words, what? In the Bible from the Lord. And you tell them that get your house up, and then if they refuse, what would it say? He didn't say he was coming down and do it. If you read the Bible, you find he said, and bring them before. And the church is to be the judge and the jury. Didn't say nothing about the pastor, did he? So you need to be careful. Everything we need, God has supplied. Are you with me? He has already, if there's a problem, and what's wrong with the world today, it's too much. It's too much politics in the church.
Come on, Pastor. Come on.
The Bible has already told us how to get out of a situation or to eliminate problems in the church.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Bring it before the church. And that's the church. I can't put nobody out of the church.
Amen.
And for those of you that are walking around thinking that you can't be put out of the church, I need to put you on notice. You can be put out of the church. But no one individual can do it. It takes what, 3/4 or 75% of the congregation. So the responsibility is not falling on that one individual. And everything is in the Bible that says it should be done how? Decent and in order. A disruptive, a disrespectful member can have their membership terminated. Paul said and turned over to a what? A reprobated man. God supplies everything. And you hear me say this all of the time. There is no problem that you might face in your life that have not already been documented in that Bible. I dare you, but in order to find out, you got to read it. You got to read it and find out. Homosexuality is in there. Murder is in there. Thievery is in there. Disrespect for children, you heard that read this morning. It's in there. Husband and wife can't get along, it's in there. Robbery is in there. Thieving is in there. So everything that you might, and the only thing I do, I tell you right now, one book you can go to and find out 75% of our problems. I can tell you right now where you can find it. You want me to tell you? I dare you to read the book of Proverbs. I dare you to go to the book of Proverbs, read the book of Proverbs. Because just about everything that can go wrong in your life is in the book. God has supplied. What has He supplied? He has supplied us with the answers to all our problems.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, if you think He's going to come down at night and slap you upside the head with an answer out of that Bible, I need to put you on notice. Ain't gonna happen.
All right.
But if you pick your Bible up and read it, and what I like about the Bible, depending on the type that you get, it gives you references. If this happened over here in this book, then it say at the bottom of that verse, it gives you references about the same situation in other books. But you have to read it. I like to hear folks talk about he will supply all you need. He will. You're hungry. Got a pocket full of money. Know where bumpers is. But you gonna sit here and be hungry. What you waiting? I'm waiting on that. Yeah. So still keep that pocket full of money and wait on the Lord to come and feed you. I guarantee you, just as sure as I'm 6'5" and black, you will die hungry.
Come on, Judge Brown.
Let me clean it up. First of all, he has blessed you with what? He has blessed you to have money in you. One of your senses tell you that there's an eatery right there. If you're hungry, do what? If you don't have a car, it's not strange for you to do what? Walk right there and get you one of them giant, big, I mean, they have a big one too. Big old hamburger with a root beer and some tater tots.
Come on, brother.
I'm telling on myself, I am. But I guarantee you, when I finish, I'm full. Now let me ask you a question. Did he supply my needs? He gave me money, a common sense to know where the eatery was, and able me to do what? To walk out? Yeah. So God is telling the children of Israel, our problem is we grumble too much. That's what's wrong with the church today. Instead of thanking God for everything that he has done, we want to grumble about it.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
All we got to do is just tell the Lord what? Thank you. If you want to see how he blessed you, I'm dealing with a situation now. The father is 92 years old. In his right mind. Can't walk because of his illness. Children around him. But guess what? They don't, and they won't. I'll find out tomorrow when I go back to work, but take care of their dad. Now, the one lived way out of town. They came in town and jumped on the one who was living in town and turned Pop against the one who was here that was doing for him. Are y'all with me? Yeah. Turned Pop against her. But now if they're not already back, they getting on a plane or a bus or whatever means of transportation on their way back home today. But Pop is still here. The daughter that was taking care of Pop, she has said, I'm not going to do anything else. His child, not adopted child, his natural, I'm not going to do anything else. You think God is pleased with that? No, he's not pleased with it. Because the Bible already told us, a disobedient child, days will be what? Cut short. Irregardless as to what transpired, this is something we need to do too. That mess that happened. Need to stay back. You got cars that's going twice as fast as the car that used to run, what, 20, But there is still some so-called Christian folk holding on to mess. God is not pleased with that. You want God to forgive you every time you do something wrong. You want Him to forgive you, but if you don't want to forgive, He's not pleased. But I stopped by today to tell you that He will supply all of your needs. Complaining, grumbling, and murmuring are terrible sins. Think of the hurt and pain we feel when people grumble against us.
Yes.
You talk that noise about sticks and stone, they break my bones. We talk over me. You ain't gonna tell them that. Because if you're human, negativity, people talking negative about you, will hurt you. Yeah. Especially when complaints threaten our lives, our friendship, reputations, character, work, position, relations, attachment, employment, promotion, and investment. Negative talk will hurt you. It shows that we do not believe that God is in control. But I found out that if we lean, she just sung the songs. Jesus said, if you do what? If you lean on me, He'll do what? He will bear. And He will work things out. It shows that we are distrusting God's power, questioning His goodness to take care of the situation.
All right, come on.
You know, this pandemic has really drew me closer to the Lord.
Come on, Pastor.
Simply because we have been faced with some situations and are still faced with some situations that only the Lord can control. Are you going to talk back to me? I sit back and I look at decisions that the highest court in the land.
Yes.
I look at some of those decisions that they make. They just made a decision last week supporting the negative action that these states are putting in front of us to try to prohibit us from voting. The Supreme Court supported that stuff. What can we do about it? That's all. That's all. The song say, do what? Turn it over to Jesus. And He will work it out. Oh, we can sit and talk about it. But if we also pray about it and turn it over to the Lord and watch Him do what? Work it out. Show you where you need to work it out. Boy lived in Texas. He lived in Texas. They are talking about bringing him back from Texas, back to Georgia, for him to have residence in Georgia, black guy too, so he can run as a senator to try to beat Warnock. What can we here do about that? Nothing. But one thing we can do, we can pray. Because if the Republicans take over the House and Senate, they gon' regain. No, I ain't gonna say that because I done already asked the Lord to fix that too. But if they regain the Senate and the House, Biden just will pack his bag and go home. Because he's nothing but a puppet. The one guy, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, so I'm gonna leave him calm alone. That's poison. McConnell is poison. But guess what? Guess who holds the sprayer that kids get rid of the poison? He will supply. So I just want to encourage us today is what? Don't get excited. He might not come when you want him, but he always wants. He might not answer your prayer when you want him to, but I dare you to pray with a sincere heart and wait on him. We get ready. I'm getting ready to leave you alone. The first crisis in the Delta sure was there was no water. Look at Jackson. Jackson is still struggling. Metropolitan city, still struggling for water. This crisis is a picture of the bill of trials that confront the believer as he or she walks through life. But they were on their way to the promised land. We are living in one of the most prosperous countries on earth. And look at the struggles that we are faced with. In Jackson, people still don't have decent drinking water. Water running in today's society, but I guarantee you that sure not steady here, God is going to take care of that too. Huh? But the only thing that those folks have to do, and what we have to do as sisters and brothers, because there are some saved folks over there. Are you going to have that? Yeah, there are some saved folks over there that is struggling. But I like what someone said in the past, said, the good have to suffer with the bad. But it's one thing that I can tell you, standing here in the pulpit, I have never, I've seen it cloudy, I've seen it cloud up and rain. I had to pull off on the side road, but I have never seen it rain 24/7. Somewhere there went the sun is going to shine. And he even promises in his word, he said, well, I won't put no more on you. Then you get back. And just think of the bill of trials that confronts us through our life. No water. We've been there. Then the water that they did have, it was expensive. $25 a case. People gouging water. You gonna talk to me? Food, expensive, along with the water, and it was a shortage. No home. People were being evicted because they didn't have money to pay their rent or mortgage. Suffering financial ruin because they didn't have no job. Death because of the coronavirus. Frustration and bitter trials are normal experiences in our life. He didn't say, my folk join church because they think it wants to unite with the Lord, that it's going to be a bed of roses. They think that you're not going to have any problem in your life. But I stopped by to tell you that there will be some failed plans. There will be some suffering in your life. There will be some sickness in your life. So to back up in a corner and ask the Lord, why did you let that happen to me? Are you going to help me? Stop today to tell you, how can you be? You don't heal me. How can you be? A living testimony that you have a with me. I want you to lift me up, tie me up into love. Every now and then I start thinking and I want to fly. But then I think about what I asked him to do. Wrap his arms all around and to give rise right up till I get a vision. Help me say he will. I know he will answer your prayer. Children of Israel walked around in the desert for 40 years. No wall, no wall, no fighting, but God, thank God, that God took care of the children of Israel. They complained about war. Moses, go down to the rock, but I want you to testify that the folks that made Moses so mad we got to the rock, he hit the rock, and God said, the water was disobedient. I'm gonna take you to the edge of the Hebrew. I'm gonna take you to the top of the mountain. I'm gonna let you look down in the top of the place. Because of your disobedience, you can't into the promised land. Can I go with this? All you got to do is pray or listen to the prayer. God will. God will. You'll answer the prayer. He told the children, told Moses, tell them to stop running. For in the morning, help me say in the morning, help me say in the morning. In the morning, bread will come down in the morning, little tea cake. Can I get a witness? Tell them that in the evening, the quail will fly so low, you can reach out and grab your quail, a big fat quail, and you got deep, but you got to, you don't need it, just get enough food for that day, get enough food for Monday, don't worry about Tuesday, just enough food for Monday, Tuesday, take care of yourself, are you with me?